were growing up, what was a story that you heard about why we eat this dish?
It's pretty grim. Basically, this poet was persecuted, wrongly persecuted.
And he committed suicide at the end.
According to folklore, the villagers wanted to save him, so they all got in the boat and they rowed the boat so loudly with drums
to try to find him. And that's where the dragon boat comes from.
And then they started throwing rice dumpling packets into the water to prevent the fish from eating his corpse.
I'm Megan. I'm the senior culture editor at SAVEUR. The 5th day of the 5th lunar month every year is the Dragon Boat Festival, and it's widely considered to be a commemoration of the poet Qu Yuan. Like with so many holidays, various origin details have sort of coalesced over the years into this enduring tale that we tell year after year. The holiday is strongly associated with this one particular dish, and that is sticky rice wrapped in bamboo leaves. My mom's hometown is a city in China called Jiaxing, which is in Zhejiang province. And a claim to fame of the city is its sticky rice in bamboo leaves. So I've grown up loving this dish. I feel like it's baked into my very identity. I grew up calling them Zongzi, but there are many different variations across China, across Asia. A unifying theme, other than being delicious, is that many types are associated with the Dragon Boat Festival. So this year, to observe the holiday, I wanted to venture out into New York City and see what different varieties we could find.
早上好，这个广东口味的粽子呢，好，谢谢，谢谢。
This is Me Some Cafe. It's a longtime fixture of the neighborhood in Manhattan's Chinatown. It's been here since like the 1960s, and they specialize in Cantonese dim sum. So we're gonna try some zongzi here. The aroma of the bamboo leaves just so fragrant. I'm just gonna dive right in. You just have so many different textures and flavors in this one little package. You have the creamy mung beans, which are so nice with the rice, the tender pork, the salted egg yolk, the crunchy peanuts, and you just get a little of everything in one forkful, and it's just, It's just so good.
My dad's family is Cantonese, my mom's family is Shanghainese. I would hear conversations between my parents growing up about sort of like differences in what they perceived certain dishes to be. So like for my dad, he's like, oh, I really should be able to taste the leaf. Like the leaf releases its own fragrance, which is like, I think emblematic of Cantonese cuisine, right? You want to taste like the sort of clear, fresh flavors of the ingredients and not sort of muddy them with too much other stuff.
They actually tie each zongzi with a different kind of string. You can tell from the outside what you're gonna get on the inside. It's a beautiful amber color. The red bean is already like spilling out. It's beckoning to us. The rice is just so soft. It kind of just like melts in your mouth. It has this really lovely honey taste. It's almost kind of caramelly. So this style of zongzi uses alkaline water, which is potassium
carbonate. I think it is used in the zongzi to make the rice a little bit stickier. Using the alkaline will release the color from the leaves. So it kind of dyes the rice into the yellow color.
I can't resist red beans, so we actually got another kind of red bean zongzi. This style is a little bit more indicative of northern China, but it's popular in other areas of the country too, including Shanghai. This style doesn't use any alkaline water. You can definitely taste the texture of the rice more. It's a little bit chewier, still really, really good.
I think northern zongzi are like mostly sweet. Those like little bites of red bean inside of the zongzi, it's really, really tasty. And we dip it in the sugar or honey.
This is a Shanghai-style restaurant. This is going to be a great candidate for us finding Shanghai-style zongzi. And the Chinese name is 老味道, which translates as like old taste or original taste. So I think we're in good hands. Let's go. There we have it. 肉粽. 肉 is meat and 粽 is 粽子. 你好，我们可以要一个肉粽吗？
像昨天买了30多、40的，没事。像端午节有时候来不及包。
Shanghai style zongzi is probably going to be the most similar to the kind from my mom's hometown. Oh, you have this beautiful blend of fatty meat, I think that's pork belly, and then a leaner cut like pork shoulder. Every bit of rice is just super luscious and rich. There's a lot of soy sauce in this dish, and it just brings so much umami to the zongzi.
For me, like, it's all about the savory. The sweet ones are fine, but the savory ones are definitely a lot more satisfying. The color of the rice is like brown because you're seasoning it with soy sauce before you even wrap them.
The fat from the pork belly oozes into all of the rice and like distributes the richness, but it never really tastes heavy to me.
Yeah, and it's sort of like, because the zongzi are boiling for such a long time, the fat really has a chance to sort of render and distribute through the rice.
We are continuing on the Zongzi adventure, and we have wandered over to East Broadway, and the restaurant that we're going to next is a Malaysian restaurant. Hi. We'll get 2 bakjang, please. You have that beautiful blue right there from the butterfly pea. It has this really nice balance between sweet and savory.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I grew up calling it zongzi.
In Malaysia, they say bakchang, and everybody loves it. Part of the rice, they colored it with a bunga talang, which is a butterfly pea flower. It's supposed to bring like good luck and ward off evil. Galangal, a little bit of white peppercorn, coriander seeds, and then the pork belly, and then the mushroom, and then a winter melon candies, which we all love. And they're soft and chewy. They are like the Southeast Asian gummy bears.
So I've lived in New York for a number of years, and I've heard so much about this famous woman who sells zongzi every single day by the Grand Street subway station, and she's known as the Zongzi lady. 台南的是吗？
你看花生香菇虾饼。
哦，行，来一个吧，谢谢阿姨。您在这里卖粽子多久了
？10几年了，我先生做的。
一年四季都会在这里吗？
脚痛就没来。
您知不知道网上就是 Google 上面还有 Yelp 上面有您的页面？
啊，人家给我讲啊，手机呢，有的人啊，手机我蛮知道谁给我做啊。
So we wrap it in a wet paper towel, including the leaf, and then microwave it for 2 minutes on medium. I think it's a testament to the skill of the Zongzi lady and her husband that all it took was one revolution to keep all of this together. This just tastes really homemade. It's just light yet flavorful, made with care, made with love.
My dad's family is from southern Taiwan. We always had dried shrimp. There was always rehydrated shiitake mushrooms.
When you were a kid, how did your family celebrate the holiday?
I'd go over to my grandma's house. She would make zongzi, and I would just eat my hearts out because that was my favorite thing to eat.
The best part of Dragon Boat Festival was the zongzi.
But it's one of those things that's like, yeah, it takes effort and is best done with like multiple family members to help.
I would go to my grandma's place, and everybody like kind of gather together and we make them.
It's all about love. There's so much of love in the bakchang, so much of tediousness, but it's shared with so many.
It's so incredible to me how this one dish has evolved into so many different varieties and styles from place to place. And I don't think we've even scratched the surface of all the different kinds that are out there that are eaten during Dragon Boat Festival. I hope you'll want to try some of them for yourself. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.